Alright, guys. Keys. Where are they at? There they are. How's it going, everybody? How are you guys today? I'm doing a lot better than I was last weekend. Last weekend, as you know, I was coming down quite ill. I actually missed a day of work on Monday because I was horrendously ill. I'm not entirely sure what it was. Excuse me, I don't want to hit the mic. Not entirely sure what it was, but I still have a excuse me, a little bit of a cough, but the voice is at least 99%. So yeah, we're back. What we're gonna do today, I know we're in the car, and this is gonna start becoming the new normal. Today it is on and off rain showers. As you can see, the road's pretty wet, and it's about 40, well, when I left an hour ago it was 43 degrees. Not entirely sure what it is now, but we're not going to get on the phone because we're going to set good examples. This vlog is going to be about a little more of a personal topic. Well, it's something that we all have, but it's something I'd like to talk about, which I've been dealing with this week because I have a very big project coming up, and that is anxiety. I've had horrendous social anxiety in the past. I actually went to counseling this year for it. I finally manned up and went to counseling for it and decided that I was tired of this shit. I wasn't going to be a victim of my own mind anymore. And it's actually a lot more prevalent than I expected it to be. And my counselor was awesome. If anybody has any depression, I went for social anxiety and depression to counseling. And make sure you interview your counselor first. A lot of them offer a free, short 20 to 30 minute consultation. Excuse me. Because, good Lord, I can't get it out of my throat. Because it's an interview, right? You need to see if you're a good fit for them. It's like a first date. You should be making sure that you like them, not that they like you. And that's what my counselor was, and it was fantastic. But this week has been especially hard for me because I am working on a very big commercial that the TLDR of it is this commercial is a follow-up to what my coworker, probably one of his biggest, most successful commercials was. It's for a very large company here. And the anxiety stems from my coworker is a very egotistical know-it-all and likes to think that he's my boss, and he's not, and it drives me nuts because he's very nosy about everything that I do, and he likes to tell me how to do things, and he likes to you know, for some reason he thinks that if something I do isn't in line with what he envisioned, even though he has nothing to do with it, it's a reflection of his worth, and it's his issues, and the reason he does it is quite obviously a whole nother social pressure, anxiety, insecurity, whatever it is because he's a very insecure individual, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I have to deal with that. I have to be the one that, you know, this is my project. I'm going to go out and shoot all this stuff. I'm the one that helped do the creative on it. I'm the one that sat in for all of created the shot lists, created the storyboards, did all these things, and I have to be the one that gets to sit there and have him looking over my shoulder and, you know, oh yeah, I need to get in on this. Oh yeah, you know, he thinks that everything has to pass his quality check, and that isn't true. But this is going to be especially hard because it is the follow-up to basically his baby. And I mean, in my mind, I let people, you know, if somebody wants help, that's fine. I will give them help. I will offer it. But it's none of my business if it is not my project. I have one boss, not two, not three, not, you know, I've done this for just as long as he has, and I may not be at this company as long as he has, but when I was hired, I was not hired as the secondary. I was not told he is my boss. I was not told I need to report to him or that he has to do anything, but he feels the need that he has to. So that's where a lot of this anxiety comes from. Now, am I worried about the shoot? Not really. I mean, there's always a certain amount of anxiety for it. For anything that you do, you know, that's just life. That's just part of it. But it is, man, we haven't seen one bad driver. I went to the store this morning. Side note, went to the store this morning. There was, I kid you not, some guy in an old Lincoln who's put airbags or hydraulics on it, who is swerving right and left, just popping it up and down and all this stuff. I really wish I would have been recording for that. I didn't have my camera with me because, I mean, I was going to the grocery store, and now we're just getting all the good drivers. I'd love to get some entertaining stuff with that, but whatever, drivers, whatever. I should be happy, I guess. But anyway, you know, whenever you do something new or you throw yourself into a situation that requires you to do something that is not familiar to you, which this shoot is different every time. I mean, you get weather thrown into it, you get actors, you get everything thrown into it, but it's something that I've learned that 90% of the time people are just faking, you know, unless you're a big shot, real big shot, people are just faking it. They're faking the professionalism, they're faking the attitude, they're faking the, oh, somebody decided they wanted to speed. Oh yeah, big diesel truck, imagine that. Well, it's new too. But I found that a lot of professionals fake what they're doing. Not really fake it, but fake an aura of okay, or oh yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that, oh, we'll shoot it this way, we'll do. I get it. I understand how to do it. I understand how to work with actors. I know that I can shoot stuff. I know that I can. I've seen the work that comes out of my office, and I can definitely hold myself up to it, considering I've had more success in my small, goofy, stupid little YouTube videos than they have ever had with any of their stuff. And that sounds really elitist, and it kind of is. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but when I came in, it was something that I was intimidated by the fact that they have this guise of, oh, we are the biggest agency, oh, we are this. And then you get to see behind the scenes, and you see all the little mistakes that are made and all the little F-ups that you don't see, that the public doesn't see, and it's kind of like, oh, I get it. This is it? I thought there was, you know, you thought it was a lot more, but we're talking about how to deal with anxiety, and so my anxiety comes from, I mean, everybody's got anxiety for new things and stuff like that, but the shoot really isn't bothering me. That's not something I'm too worried about, because everybody has anxiety for new things. It's like meeting a new person on a first date. You get used to it, and I've learned in my the last few years in my life, in this year has been the year of change for me. It's the year of self-improvement, and I'm doing that. I can't believe the year's almost over. I mean, we only got 3 months left, good Lord. But I've learned to chase that feeling, that when you find that feeling, you have to chase it. You have to go for it. And, excuse me, and that's what I do. I run at that feeling, because the more uncomfortable you get, and the more used to being uncomfortable you get, like I believe Danica Patrick said it, and I'm sure it comes from somebody else, but I saw it in a Honda video, motivational video, and it talked about get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that is where success is. That is where you're the most successful, is, you know, that's how she, as it was a motivation for talking about racing and failure, and says, you know, we push the limit. You got to get to that part where you're really uncomfortable, and that's the fastest. Get to the part where you're scared that you're going to lose it. That's the fastest. And that translates to anything in life, you know, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And so I've learned to chase that feeling, to deal with the overwhelming anxiety, because like I said, I had lots of social anxiety, and I mean a lot of social anxiety, like to the point that I'd have panic attacks. I've missed a few first dates because I've had panic attacks where I've been like, oh God, I can't, you know, just there's nothing you can do. It's a physical reaction. but I've learned breathing helps a ton. Focus on your breath. You know, this idea of give your mind something to focus on and say inside your head, breathe in, breathe out. Just focus on that. Take a few seconds and do that, because you'll be surprised at how much that can actually help. Another thing that my counselor taught me was to, when you're feeling anxious, just take a few seconds, 5-10 seconds. I know it feels like it's tough, but you actually come off as more smart. You actually come off as more smart. You come off as smarter. You come off as more intelligent and a little intimidating if you take the time to breathe and take the time to speak. And while you're doing that, look around and get outside your head by looking at colors. Just tell yourself for 5 seconds, as quick as you can, all the colors that you see around you. Let your eyes wander. Look around the room. Look around anywhere. If there's no color, describe texture. There's something to describe, to get out of your head, to talk to yourself, to let yourself know that it's okay, right? Like, that's what it's all about, is letting yourself know that it's okay. We're just gonna take a quick jaunt around in the fall colors. I'm gonna switch you guys over to the chest cam now, because I'm not gonna be the guy that walks around with a GoPro strapped to his head. So I will be back in just a moment. All right, sorry about that. It's amazing what happens when you park and then people all of a sudden just surround you because they're like, oh my gosh, that guy parked off in the distance by himself. Maybe we should go surround him because he totally wants to have some friends. Not really. We were talking about anxiety and just what that is, just how to deal with it. And that's kind of one way that I've figured out how to deal with it is breathing. Just focusing on your breath, noticing the colors. I literally, as she had me do in our exercise, describe what's around me. Just look around and describe it to myself. You know, yellow leaves, green leaves, tree bark, the gradients between the aspens and the black of their bark and the white of their bark. And by doing that, you know, it sounds silly, but a lot of advice that you'll find online is going to tell you, oh, just get out of your head. Just get out of your head. And they don't really tell you how. And I think that the best advice I've found for that was an article I recently read that someone recommended to me. And it said, just immerse yourself in the world around you. And it will take you out of it. It'll take you out of it. And that's kind of what that's what I'm learning to do. I've only come across that concept in the last few days, but I think it's really valuable. And I think that a lot of people could benefit from that, because I know that there's a lot of people with anxiety out there and depression, and this video is not really meant to be more than an open discussion about it. And that's kind of what I've felt this week with the looming, what is this in this tree? It's a duck with a pacifier. I'm not going to touch that. Who God knows where that's been. Huh. But yeah, it's something that I've tried to get out more like I am right now and just go for walks, because that's how I've learned to deal with my anxiety, is just get out and enjoy, you know, live in the moment. Immerse yourself in the smells, the sights, the sounds, the textures, everything around you, because that's how you're going to get through it, man. This world sucks. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's tough, but sometimes this is just what you got to do. And this year's kind of, like I said, has been a learning for me of how to get over my anxiety, how to get over my depression that I've fallen into, and really just to stop giving a shit what people think of me, which I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I don't give a fuck, and I envy you. I wish I could be you, because I'm not that person. not one bit. I'm getting there. I'm a lot better than I was before. I mean, like I said, that's one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel, is because I wanted to see if, well, really I could do it, and to get out and to just talk, because you just like to talk to people, and you like to find people who are like-minded like yourself. And I was, expecting maybe I'd get 100 people this year, but somehow I've gotten 500 of you, and I know that the channel's going to evolve, and that number's going to grow and drop, and that's just the name of the game, dog. But this channel's gonna evolve and stay around. I enjoy it, and I think it pushes me to get out a little bit more. We're gonna go. There's a squirrel over there. We're gonna go check out the river to end this for you guys, and I'll leave you with your thoughts and input, because I love hearing from you guys. I really do, and I think that it helps knowing that there are people out there who just like to give advice. That's what I like to do. I like watching when vloggers, I'm gonna start classifying myself as a vlogger, not a moto vlogger anymore, a vlogger that rides a motorcycle, because I do a lot more than just that. But yeah, I just like having like-minded people and talking about issues and subjects and everything like that. Got some new shoes, by the way, some Timberlands. I don't know if anybody's ever had those, but I was sick of my skater shoes and wanted something, good Lord, almost tripped, wanted something that would last a little bit longer, so I got some really nice Timberlands, and to be honest with you, they feel pretty good. They're really comfy. Oh man. Whoop! Here we go, down in the mud. That's okay. We'll just go out here. Watch for snakes. It's a little too cold in the 40s for the snakes to be out, but yeah. Isn't this gorgeous out here? It's a great place to come and think, to sit and relax and just be, But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for talking with me and listening to my BS. But yeah, let's pose your guys' question. What are some of the anxieties you guys deal with, and how do you deal with them? How would you deal with my situation of having a coworker who is quite clearly not your boss, but your equal, but likes to just be nosy and try and, weasel his way into all your work and control you and make everything his, because he, whatever insecurity it is, he likes to do it. But yeah, just let me know in the comments down below what you guys would do, and maybe we can help some other people deal with their anxiety, because it is manageable. It is something that you can manage, you can do. Quite obviously, I'm getting there. It's a daily struggle, but what is that? Oh, it's foam. I thought it was a snow. I was like, what the shit? It's at a very specific spot. But yeah, we'll leave you guys here with this lovely river shot. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.